Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin Up demonstrator, and I'm coming to you live Wednesday morning, June 4, and I'm live here on Facebook. I'm going to refresh my screen a second so that I can see comments. So you can find me, sorry, just a sec. I'm going to be distracted for just a second and stop talking. Okay, I can see me looking for comments. So let me know when you are on. I'm going to move this just a little bit. So you can find me every Wednesday morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, on Facebook. And, sorry, just double checking one more thing. And any other time, if you're looking for classes or want to place an order with me, because I've inspired you, you need some things, you want some things, whatever, you can go to my website at dazzledbystamping.com. Good morning, Carrie. Hi, Dot. Thank you for joining me. I need to move this still. I try not to look over so much, but I kind of have to see comments. So I'm live on Facebook right now, but then I always upload to YouTube later, so you can see my videos all the time instead of just having to find me live on Wednesday mornings. So today I'm going to be sharing a new bundle that is in the new catalog. It's called Extraordinary Flora. It's really cool, and it has coordinating washi tape. Cool, right? So I'm going to show some simple cards with it. And also the catalog has some really cool, hi Marcia, has some really cool samples too. But I'm just going to show you some simple things. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go right to my randomizer. And then I'll come back and talk to you. We have a sale going on right now that I want to make sure that you understand. So I have 3 cards to give away, and I don't know where they ended up. Did I put them all over there? I'm going to have to look. Honestly, I don't know where I put them. But I know I have 3 cards that I made. It was based on, good morning, Marlene. It was based on the card and scrapbook templates from the catalog on pages 24 and 28, I think is the pages. Anyway, I have everybody loaded up in my randomizer. If you're new to me, my randomizer is loaded up with names of people that that last week they were chatting with me or engaging with me during my live or commenting later if they're watching the replay. And Marlene, you are my first winner. Again, you are my winner. Didn't you say you were hoping you would be a winner? I forgot which one you were hoping, which card you were hoping for. But I'm going to have to find it. So, so congratulations, Marlene. Pick another winner. Start. Jamie Sales. Congratulations. I think there was a card she said she liked a lot too. Pick another winner and start. Rachel Markin. Woohoo! I don't know if Rachel's on yet. Okay. So I have all my randomizer taken care of. Congratulations to all the winners. Hi Mario. Hi Marlene. Hi Stephanie. I missed anybody that commented before Stephanie. Oh, I guess not. It was just Marlene. You're welcome. Okay, so does everybody know about the sweet sale that is going on? It is it's a buy one get one half off sale on all sweets and sweet products. So there are even products that are part of the sale that are part of the last chance list. They may have, there may be only like a pack of designer paper that's still left in that suite, but Stampin' Up! Is including it in the suite. So anyway, it's buy one, get one half off on all suite products. So if you can get a suite, or you can get a bundle from the suite, or a stamp set from the suite, or embellishments, or ribbon, or whatever is part of a suite, and you can get them buy one, get one half off. And hi Jamie, and I suggested that you do the math a little bit when you are taking advantage of this sale, because Stampin' Up, the computer is going to figure out the lowest priced items. Hi Nancy. It's going to figure out the lowest priced items and give half off of those. So like if this was the example that I gave, it's the best kind of example to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. You may be better off. Hi Dina, I didn't see you on. Thanks for sharing. You will be better off if you're interested like in 2 suites or 2 bundles to place those separately than if you want 2 packs of designer paper or 2 embellishments or something like that. Because if you bought 2 suites and 2 packs of designer paper together, all in one order, you would get half off both packs of designer paper rather than half off one suite and half off one designer paper. So I figured out the math. This is just an example. Good morning, Julie. This is just an example that I've been sharing. I just kept it easy so I didn't have to keep doing the math. So if you were to buy 2 $75 suites and 2 packs of design paper at $12.50, the cost of that would be approximately $180 plus tax. I figured in the shipping for that. But so $180 plus tax. But if you were to buy 2 $75 suites by themselves, that would be, I forgot my math. I think it was $125 plus tax. And then if you bought separately 2 packs of designer paper, it would be $27 with tax. And that's even with the minimum shipping. So the total of that, no, just a sec. I'll talk about that in a minute. Hi Bev. Hi Dina. Okay, so the total of both of those together would be $152 if you had 2 orders separately and even paid minimum shipping on the design paper. Hi Kathy. So that's a savings of almost $30. So definitely think through, do your math. If you need help doing your math, I will certainly help you. But think through how you want to place your order to take best advantage of the sale, because it's going to be the lowest, the lower priced items. For every 2 items from a suite, it's going to be the lower item of the 2. So if you have 4, then it's going to be the lowest 2 items of the 4. So something just came to my mind. It flashed in my mind. Okay, so one more thing. So suite is the key word, but it's not just on suites. It's on suite products. So if you have we just need the free shipping as well. That's funny. That would be a whole lot of deals going on. Speaking of which, if you were signing up as a demonstrator, I think it does not apply in a starter kit, if I read that correctly. Hi Jamie, you were one of my winners this morning. Jamie Sales. Anyway, so if there's a bundle that you really like, but it's not part of a suite, it's not part of the deal. So you just have to watch. You can look online. If you click on a bundle and don't remember if it's a suite, it'll say this is part of, and then it'll show a bundle and show the 2 items that, like I'll say stamp set and dies that are part of the bundle. Or if it's is part of a suite, it'll say it's part of this suite. Click here to see what all is listed in the suite, and you can do a drop down menu and see all that. So anyway, it's a good idea to make sure that you have your mathing done before you take advantage of the sale. Okay, so back to Dina's question. She asked about cloud cover. You're welcome. She asked about cloud cover ink. So it is now on the website as being available to just actually demonstrators, not customers. So what was found with cloud cover ink was that sometimes it has a chemical reaction with the firm foam pad. So sometimes the ink pad turns to the gray, that's the off color, and sometimes it doesn't. So Stampin' Up! Is allowing, good thinking, Mario. That's the way to do it. I forgot what I was saying. Cloud cover ink. So sometimes it reacts with it and sometimes it doesn't. So only demonstrators are allowed to place the order and take the chance. They're not allowing customers to do that. But there are 2 other ways that, well, there are a few other ways that you can get the color. But as far as ink pad itself, there are 2 ways. One is you can buy, or maybe already have, uninked Stampin' Spots, the 1" by 1" Stampin' Spots, and an ink refill, and you can just use a little Stampin' Spot for your color. Because remember, it was the firm foam pad specifically that was the chemical reaction. So with the fabric pads, which that's what Stampin' Spots are, it didn't have the reaction. So that's one way. There is also, I'm not going to try to find it, and I never looked up a page number, and I probably would have forgotten if I did. Somewhere towards the front, I feel like, but I'm not sure. You can look in the back for ink. There's a set of Stampin' Spots that does include a cloud cover Stampin' Spot. So there's, I think, 5 Stampin' Spots, and one of them is cloud cover. So that's another way you can get it. And then obviously other ways are the Stampin' Blends and the Stampin' Right marker. That's a set of 5 for the newest in colors. So that's the deal with cloud cover. So sorry, customers, if you're not a demonstrator, you cannot order a full-size ink pad. It's just, it just, sometimes that happens, the chemical reaction sort of thing. And demonstrators, if you order it, you're taking a risk. It may turn out fine, excuse me, or it may have the chemical reaction. So it's not something that you'll be able to return to Stampin' Up! If it turns the wrong shade of color. You're just taking the risk whether or not you want to actually see, is this a good one or is this a bad one? So that's the deal. Okay, so I need a drink quick. All that gabbing. All right, so I am ready to, I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to show you the catalog quick. I'm ready to put you guys down. So if you want to look along, the Extraordinary Flora bundle is on page 84 and 85 of the catalog. Oh, you bought it? Okay, so yeah, you maybe yours is fine, maybe yours is going to turn gray. I don't know. But you will not be able to call Stampin' Up! And say, hey, this pad isn't good. You just took your shot. Okay, so I'm going to put you down. So close your eyes, Carrie. Okay, so I found that I can turn my light on. It helps with shadows a little bit. Okay, So page 84 and 85 is the Extraordinary Flora bundle. And so I wanted to show you this so you could see some of the samples here. This is made so that you can like build flower arrangements. And I'm just using it very simply. So I'll show you this first. So here's, because it's more clear or you can see it better. So here's the stamp set. This is one stamp right here. And then there's a few words and I don't know what you want to call that, but I am using that. That's part of it. And then there's one die that cuts out all of these flowers. So you certainly could build flower bouquets. But this is what attracted me to this. There's also this washi tape. Look at this washi tape. It's 3 1/4 inches wide. And this die works to cut out all of these flowers too. So I'm going to show you a couple simple cards that you can make with the washi tape specifically, but also I'm using the stamp set and the die. So these are a little bit more involved cards where they're building a bouquet and stuff like that on the flowers. And I'm just going simple. I decided not to show this kind of idea. I'm showing you what came to mind when I saw it. So, oh, my stuff's way over there. Just a sec. Okay, so, another thing that's kind of cool about this washi tape is, I'm just going to read it right from the catalog so I can get my words correct. The pattern alternates between pink and purple for even more versatility. So you can see here's some purple flowers and here's some pink flowers. So it's sort of every 4 1/2 inches or so, or 4 1/4. I don't really know. But the first thing that I'm going to do, I want this here. The first thing I want to do is get this open here. So this is washi tape. So you can see right here is starting the pink one. So I found the way that I wanted to do this. I'm putting it on white cardstock this time. The way that worked for me to do this and not have so much wrinkles. Let's knock on wood so I'm not doing whatever to myself, is to lay the washi tape down and then put the cardstock on it. I tried to first do it with washi tape hold the washi tape and put on the cardstock, and that did not go well. So I need my scissors here. So doing it this way, I'm sort of using it like designer paper. So I'm just trimming this end. And then I'll trim this off. So this piece, I think this piece is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay. So now I'm just going to use this like designer paper. I have some sticking out over here. I want to get rid of this. I did not line it up very well on here, or maybe my cardstock is just off or something. I don't know. Okay. So what I want to do with this is Petunia Pop, by the way. What I want to do with this, it's still being bad. I don't want edges that are jagged. That's no good. I'm going to use Summer Splash ribbon. SU didn't have a video on it. On what? On using this washi tape? If they did, I didn't go look for it. I have no idea, honestly. I I haven't been looking up the videos. I don't know why. I used to look them all up and share them all and all that kind of stuff, and I haven't. Okay, so I'm tying a knot with the Summer Splash ribbon. And I just found, by the way, oh, I forgot to mention this. Yesterday, I may have mentioned it in one of my forums, but I don't know which one. The last chance list was updated yesterday as well. And all of these ribbons, that was too short, but it was too frayed at the end. All of these ribbons are now on the last chance list. I don't know if they're discounted. I've never seen washi tape that wide. Very pretty. I know. Same. That's why I was so interested in it. Okay, so here's my piece, and now I'm going to put dimensionals. How did I lose my dimensionals? Did I tuck them somewhere? I even have this cool new tool holder, and I didn't put dimensionals back in there. Come on. I see mini ones. I don't want mini ones. Well, here's an unused one. I had one that was almost at the end. Okay. So I'm putting dimensionals on the back of here. So obviously this is a very, oh, I have an itchy finger, a very, very simple way of using this washi tape, but it's very cool looking. All right. And I'm going to put this on here. I want it tipped just a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to do some stamping. I'm going to use the Congratulations in Memento. It's funny, when I was getting ready to do this, I'm like, well, it would have been smarter to use a sweet item. But I've been thinking about this, like, I want to play with that next. So, sorry, no sweet items today. Okay, so I have Congratulations, and I'm going to come in and do the, make the banner at the end. So even if you're not good at eyeballing, which I'm actually good at eyeballing, but I'm not good at angle cuts eyeballing. So what I do, as you can just see that I just did on this end, and I'm going to do on the other end also, is I cut up the middle of the end as far as I want the banner to be, and then I go in from the corner to where I ended and the corner to where I ended. And then I'm not going back and forth trying to get my angle just right. Okay, so here's what I want with this. I want only a partial of this here. So I'm using the edge. Get that off. And that off. Make sure I'm at the right end. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. But I don't want to put it on yet. And I also want to use tear and tape because I want this to be the same level as my... Hi, Audrey. Thanks for joining me. Great tip. I don't know what the great tip was. Oh, the banner ends. Gotcha. Okay, so I have this ready, but I don't want to put it down yet. I need to stamp. Okay, so those lines, remember that I mentioned in the stamp set? I'm going to design with them. So I'm going to, this is just Memento, and I'm going to go right here. And here. So I'm doing, I guess it would be the, well, if you went all the way around the corner, it would be top left, all the way around, if you did it this way. So I made the lines here, and then now I can put this on. So I have the dimensional on one end, and tear and tape on the other. So I didn't think that regular adhesive would stick to this washi tape, so we're gonna put this right here. So it's sticking here, but it's the same height as the washi tape cardstock that I just did. So there it is. Just simple. I love these lines. They make me happy. Okay. So next card. I want this out of the way. We're going to use Pretty in Pink. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it. We're going to use Pretty in Pink. And we're using, this is the great big F block that this stamp fits on. So I'm going to ink it up with Pretty in Pink ink. So obviously you can use the washi tape as is, or you can stamp and work with it, or whatever. I'm gonna try, let's see, just a second, I'm gonna see how it comes out first. Okay, it comes out with this first, so I'm gonna do this. Okay, so I want to stamp this toward the right side of my cardstock here. Okay, so there's my stamp and Pretty in Pink. And I want to put a white border on here too. Just a sec. What am I looking for? Adhesive. There you are. I'm like, what do I need to put this on my card? That's pretty sad. Okay, so I'm going to put this right here. And yes, I am intentionally overlapping some of the flowers. That's how I want it to be. Okay. Now I'm going to get this out of the way for the moment. Okay, so now I'm going to show you, I'm going to actually die cut the washi tape. So I would suggest, this is just my opinion. I feel like you will do best if you have a fairly new cutting mat. So I'm using the mini. It will fit in the mini, on the mini. I'm using that. So I'm going to open this up so I have all of the pink. See how it goes from pink to purple here? So I'm using the pink. Where's lost my scissors. I probably put, yep, I put my mini boss right on top of them. Okay, so this doesn't matter really how straight you are. I just want to make sure that I get all my pieces in here. So I'm going to lay this on, easier said than done. Lay this on my cutting mat. Okay. Then remember, you still need to keep in mind, you want to make a capital E. If you're using a mini machine, make a capital E. And what that means is, I'll show you when it's together. When you look at the end that's going to go in, the top, well, I guess we'll say the white, the base becomes the top of the E when you're looking at it. So this is long, the middle is short, this is long. That's how it will go in well to be able to actually roll it through. if you have them all lined up straight like this, let me show you again. If they're all lined up straight like this, sometimes it's just too much to go through the machine because you don't have a lot of leverage with just this little handle. So offset it. So I always think of a capital E. So then it goes in really easy. Oh, we need the die. Duh. Did you catch that? Like, what is she doing? Where did my die go? I know that's here also because I just showed you. All right. Here's my die. It's easy to line up. It's either one way or the other. So you put it on here. And I'm going to lay it on before I put my top one on. Okay, moving it. Okay. Now we're going through. That's like, woman, what is your deal? Okay. So we'll get that all out of the way. So this. Okay. So what I did when I was doing this was I took off all of the outside part first because we don't need that. I do this with my labels too. I print address labels or labels for card classes or whatever. I usually pull these all off. Well, I guess maybe just with address labels, not with card class ones. Put the washi tape straight on the plate. Yes, die is helpful. Yes, I did put it straight on the plate. So I wanted to show you how the washi tape is plain by itself, not on cardstock. I mean, maybe you always want it on cardstock, but I sort of like the soft look. It's sort of muted a little bit. Okay, so I'm not going to do every single one of these, but I am, because I already have one done that I can show you, but I am going to do some. I'm going to start with this one right here. So I'm using the putty end. You're making stickers, exactly. The putty end of my take your pick tool. Remember, you can unlock it and you have the putty end or a piercing tool. So you want the putty end or the spatula end. The spatula end. This is the putty end. I knew that didn't sound right, but I couldn't remember what word I was supposed to be using. Okay. So I'm trying to get this edge up just a little bit and help pull it up. So you do have to be careful because it is thin paper. But even if you tear it just a little bit, first of all, do it slowly so that if you tear it, you can go from a different angle. But even if you tear it, you can put it down and it can stay together. It's just a little bit more off than what I prefer. I don't want to see the pink underneath without the sticker on it. Okay, so there's my first one. So I'm gonna do a couple on the pink cardstock. And then I'll do both of these over here. Except I want to do flowers. So I have a tip now because I realized that I did it backwards. Oops. And that's not quite on there. I'm not covering up my pink on there. So here's my tip that I just realized in doing this a second time. If you make this, could you use wax paper under it? I'm not sure what that would accomplish. What are you trying to accomplish with the wax paper? It's still going to stick to it, is it not? And if it doesn't, you won't be able to run it through the machine for the ones you don't use. Oh, sure. Yeah. I would think so. Put it on wax paper or an acetate sheet that you get in your stamp sets or something like that. Okay, so here's I'll show you my tip once I show you my other card, because that's when you'll be able to understand what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so I specifically wanted to do this because I want some of it on the white so that it is showing well. And I'm going to get a flower on here. There's no flower sticking out, but there is a flower that's actually on here. So I'm going to do it. This is just approximate because I don't know. Okay. So that's all of them, because this will take me forever if I keep going. Remind me I have a tip. I'm going to finish the card other than these washi tape stickers. And then I'll show you the other one because it's completely done. I didn't stop at this step. So I'm going to make this a wedding card. Hi, Debbie. So it says, for the extraordinary couple. So I want to stamp this here. And then I have, it's here somewhere. Man, how did I just lose these things? Probably blew away. Well, I know there's more up here. Okay, so that's too short. I had long ones and short ones, I guess. Need a long one. Okay, so this is the gold. Let me read what it says on here. Open weave trim. So I'm going to use this, but I don't want the whole thing. Maybe put unused ones onto wax paper. I think it would separate better. I don't know. It just might not stick to it. That's my fear. Because washi tape. By the way, I don't want this so wide, so I'm cutting it in half lengthwise. I love this look, but sometimes you just don't want the great big width of the open weave. It's like 1.5 inches wide or something like that. What stamp set has that stamp? Yeah, the for the Extraordinary Couple is from Extraordinary Flora. Right up there. Has for the Extraordinary Couple, congratulations and with love. So I'm going to take this and wrap it. And make my knot with it. So this one is a little more time consuming because you're dealing with all the washi, but obviously it's a simpler card than some of the samples in the catalog. Hi, Jennifer. They're showing all of the, I want it even shorter. They're showing all of the bouquets that they made. I'm just showing it for the washi tape for the most part. Okay, so here's the start of what it would look like, and I'm going to show you the finished card. Oh man, my cheese ball, that was silly. Okay, so here's my card. Cute, right? Really pretty. So, and here's my suggestion for you. I didn't really think about the that the direction would matter, but it does. So see that I have the flower here on this one and the flower up here on this one. This side has more flowers, and if you're going to do this particular design, make sure that your flowers are on this edge, because it's just a prettier look than well, let me show you. I'll show you the rest of what's left. So what's left for this side is mostly green. So that's my suggestion. So make sure that your more flowery side is here for making your flowers be pretty on the white and not just be all green. Does that make sense? So anyway, so that's it. I'm done. Okay, so I'm going to put this back up. All right. I'm back. Okay, so here is my first card with my, so this is Petunia Pop and the purpley flowers from the washi tape. Don't watch my fingers. It's ridiculous trying to do it this way. I don't know why Facebook makes it so difficult for us. All right, so here's my Petunia Pop one. I love this one. There's something about these lines. I just love it. Okay, and then here's my finished one with Pretty in Pink. So remember, I mean, I could put this on something other than pink, but keep in mind, every 4-ish inches, 4.5 inches, I don't know, I'm not sure that it says it in the catalog. I didn't see that, and I did not measure, but thank you. But let's see, you know what, let's measure it right now, just a second, so you can keep it in mind. So the die, it's probably however long the die is. I guess it's longer than that. It's more like 5.5 inches, almost. Well, yeah, because it's the length of the card base. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it. So it's approximately 5.5 inches, but when I did it, sometimes it's just hard to cut it off the thing so you don't have a nice straight edge. So you're going to want something a little less long than your 5.5 inches. Okay. So that is Extraordinary Flora. Obviously, you don't have to. I'm going to pull my catalog a second. I believe the washi tape is separate, I think. The stamp set, the Flora die. Yeah, the bundle itself is just the die and the stamps. The washi tape is separate. And it's $15. I like the softness on the pink, but I also love the Petunia Pop. Thank you. Have you played much with that washi tape? Thoughts? Do you love it? I played with it as much today as I did last night, and that's all that I've done it. I made these 2 cards, and that's all I've done. It seems like it sticks well to your cardstock. Sometimes I feel like in the past we've had washi tape and it sort of wants to unroll, and it doesn't seem to be trying to do that, so I like that. I sort of wanted to try making some bouquets like the samples in the catalog, but I just decided to go to bed instead. So I feel like that is a really cool way to build bouquets. That's a cool way to use this. But I also like just the simplicity of, making it as designer paper. And then the coolness of being able to cut out all these things. So maybe, I would say that I would make bouquets with the rest of these, but I want to finish my card that I have here, so that's not going to happen. So I don't know. I'll let you know if I play with it more. But I wanted to show it to you so you knew all about it. I would choose bed too. I don't choose bed enough. I go to bed way too late. So, thank you for joining me today. Yes, that's not shocking that you like the petunia pop also, Carrie, since purple is your color, including your color of hair last I knew. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions about the sweet sale, let me know. Or any more questions about this particular bundle, let me know. As demonstrators, we have, online exclusives are going to be coming for everybody in July. I think July 1 is the Tuesday that it's going to come out. But right now, as demonstrators, we get to pre-order some of that stuff. So that is a cool thing. So thank you for joining me. If you have questions, excuse me, let me know. Have a great day, a great week, and I will see you again next Wednesday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye.